if you're an athlete, fat on your body doesn't help you. Muscle can help you, but fat doesn't help you. So having more weight, when you think of debt like weight, having more weight is not the issue. It's the question is the weight fat or is it muscle? So a lot of consumer debt is fat debt. A lot of student loan debt is fat. But debt to start a business, well, that can be muscle if it's a good business, right? Debt to make investments in the stock market, right? That can be muscle. So don't think debt in itself is evil. You know, just like a boxer is not going to say that gaining weight is bad. He's going to say, well, what kind of weight are you talking about? Am I gaining weight from eating Cheetos, or did I gain weight from eating protein and lifting weights or whatever, right? So those are two different things, right? So make sure you're clear about that, right? Let's keep going.
You trust banks that never wanted us free more than you trust each other.
Trust is a really important and a very deep word in the world of economics. You know about trust as a pathway, as a tool for economic elevation, right? We know about what a trust can do in terms of protecting assets and transferring generational wealth. But trust matters a lot when it comes to building an economy. When trust fails, when trust falls apart in a family or in a community, business can't be done. Who in the hell does business with people they don't trust? Give me a yes or no. Would you buy from a company where you didn't trust their product? Yes or no? Give me a yes or no. Would you hire somebody that you didn't trust if you ran the business? Yes or no? Would you take on a business partner, do a partnership with somebody, marry somebody that you didn't trust? Yes or no? You can keep going down the list. So when trust is not there, then connection disappears. I can't connect with you if I don't trust you because you might hurt me. So ultimately, this lack of trust in the Black community, which is connected to trauma, being traumatized by other, I'm sorry, I hear, I know that there are things like that we should be concerned about, like, I guess white people hating us and Klansmen showing up and killing us, maybe MAGA supporters coming to beat us up or something. But most of the Black people I know that have really been hurt and killed, usually it's from somebody that looks like them. Or maybe it's like, my father wasn't in the house when I was a little boy or a little girl, and that lack of trust shows itself as they get older in terms of how they deal with each other. I think a lot of I've seen so many examples where even interracial marriage is driven by a lack of trust. Men, becoming what they call them, divestors, where they say we're going overseas and we're going to go find a woman somewhere else because we don't trust these Black women. And then men saying, I'm going to go marry a white boy from England because I don't trust Black men, right? And so the relationship economy gets destroyed because of that. But that also is very similar to what happens in the general economy. That's why you're quicker to buy from somebody who's not Black than you are to buy from another Black person, right? You have more scrutiny, right? You're more worried. You're like double checking certain things, right? So here we go. Anyway, let's keep going.
If your children inherit nothing, then slavery simply changed uniforms.
Yeah, so capitalism is slavery. In case you didn't know, you maybe you haven't heard me break it down like that, but capitalism is slavery because slavery is a lack of freedom. When freedom's not in the room, then that is a type of slavery. So slavery meaning, having to do something you don't want to do, tends to happen the most to people that have no assets. So the reason that you want children inheriting assets and the reason you're investing for them when they're babies before they're even born is because a person who has assets can kind of navigate the world a little bit better. They have what I refer to as FU money. FU money just means, if you're disrespected or mistreated on your job, do you have enough wealth and resources to say F you, I'm out? Do you have enough side hustles to say F you? Do you have enough assets to protect you that will give you the ability to be bold, right? I'm not a courageous person in general, more so than anybody in this room. The difference is that when I've had an opportunity to be courageous, it's easier to be courageous when financially you're going to be fine, right? So just understand that the decision to make sure the kids are inheriting something makes a big difference in their freedom and their ability to navigate the world. People who have no assets have to sell their bodies and sell their time and sell their energy and sell their attention in order to make money. Let's keep going.